got the right power cable in, or so I think. I got noise canceling headphones in here, gonna make this quick, be brief, on target. Let's see if this thing works, right? All right, we got green, top left, C19, C20 connection, but I continue to take L's because I don't have a mining PDU up here to plug this into. It's nice and cold today, and it's looking cold moving forward, which personally, me being a tropical creature, I don't like at all. But the good news is that it lets me steal more and more space here in VoskCoin HQ, also known as the field building. I'm running a bunch of miners in here, honestly, and the temperature is a perfect 69 degrees.
Nice.
I always keep spares of these Altair mining PDUs. These things are sweet. He private labeled these from the same manufacturer that is making the PDUs for fog hashing now. And these things are absolutely good to go. And with our code VoskCoin are about $100 shipped. All right, I got this plugged in there on the PDU. I use Eero mesh network out here, and I can obviously put a switch and other things, but I have one of these spares, so I just grab an Ethernet cable, and then I'm running it into the Bitcoin miner here, the A1566. These are supposed to do 212 terahash a second, which is really exciting because the initial projection on these units was actually like 185. So, yeah, come on, here we go. Easiest to squeeze it right there. Technically supposed to pull up here, I think. And flip that on. We'll see the PDU kick on. Starting to get a power draw. They both have screens. I have, draw meter over here. Meter box gives me a nice readout. I really prefer that. It's nice and easy to read and clear, but it's more work. May not fit your application, but for what I do out here, they're absolutely fantastic. And I freaking love the cumulative kilowatt hour. You see, this is 0, so I've actually never used this circuit. I put it in this summer. Compare it to this circuit, right? This is a cumulative 9,053 kilowatt hours consumed there. Yeah, you're gonna need a fair amount of solar panels to account for that. Power button, click! The nice new PSU type that has a LED or light indicator on it. Nice big green light. Stop. So you can see the data right here, and it has just started mining very shortly after reboot. Initial impressions, very good experience, very easy, very straightforward. This is a nice machine. This is really incredible for Canaan because they really haven't had a standout latest generation Bitcoin miner. And if this thing also boasts great reliability, they are back in the game. And that's great for Bitcoin miners. More competition, better prices, better network security, big win across the board. I'm very happy to see this. I like this dashboard. Honestly, it works pretty well on mobile. I test all these things on mobile and a computer. Of course they work on a computer. They're designed on computers. But this is pretty sweet for mobile. I don't think people understand how poor the mobile miner setup experience is. The Canaan AvalonMiner 1566. As always, thanks to sponsors that keep VoskCoin putting out content daily for nearly a decade. Like Canaan, if you enjoyed this content, please head over there and buy this miner if it suits your needs. And if this review ends up being any good. The official specs that were initially released on this, 185 terahash a second. It's come out to be a much better performer, but consume a little bit more power there. Originally projected to mine about $11 a day, costing about $6.57 a day to run for me. I'm going to use my all-in electricity rate at 8 cents. My rate's below 8 cents, but all the other things factored in. This gives me a really good realized cost number to operate my farm as it stands. I'm working on getting that towards 7 cents. TBD, we'll see. I would realize a profit of $4.45 after that electricity bill is accounted for. Because these numbers are not updated, it's actually a lot better to see the S21 Plus and look at the hash rate and that power consumption and to get a much better idea of what this miner would do and earn. This chart actually gives us a much better breakdown of expected earnings, cost, and so forth, right? Forget the S21, imagine it's the 1566. We're projected to earn around $13 a day, costing around $7 a day to run, putting $6 into our pockets there. Right now on Brains, I've got 28 Bitcoin miners up and online. Huge shout out to Dennis and Colby with BMA, and of course Alexa, and of course my super cute manager, Tails. We got all of our Bitcoin miners back online over the last week, so that's been a very big boon to our hash rate every day. To put that into perspective, a few days ago I was at 2.7 petahash on Brains, and now I'm at 3.1 petahash on Brains. I have a few Bitcoin miners in other places. One of those would be the 1566. We can see the 24-hour performance on this miner is 215 terahash a second. When we look at the revenue for this, we can see before it was added, I was earning about 0.00006 BTC a day, or about 6,000 Satoshis. After adding it, I'm mining around 20,000 Satoshis, or 0.0002 BTC. What does that equate to on a USD point of view, right? So step one, it's a bull run, baby. We collect our candy. Good work, team. Then we punch in BTC, and now we come down here and we're mining 0.02 Bitcoin. So I'm mining about $18.50. We need to take that 6,000 Satoshis out, which brings us to, which is about $13 a day, which puts us right in line with the projections as expected. Bitcoin's price is booming, but it takes a while to get mining hardware operational. We look over the last month, pretty flat, all things considered. We look over the last year, steadily rising, but it hasn't even doubled in network hash rate. You compare that to many other cryptocurrencies, the smaller altcoins, their networks are absolutely exploding in comparison. That's how intense and competitive and difficult Bitcoin mining is. With this wild price point, Bitcoin put out over $50 million to Bitcoin miners in the last 24 hours. Yeah, and I'm proud to be one of those. Bitcoin mining has been very difficult, and a lot of my Bitcoin miners are built on the previous generation of Bitcoin mining rigs. They're much less efficient. Latest generation miners earn a lot more than they burn. Legacy hardware, it's not really doing as well in comparison. I'll drop a link out to Canon's shop down in the video description below. From there, you can buy things like the A15 Pro, futures order, the A15 XP, 206 terahash a second. And these are coming in around $3,000 for these mining rigs. If you wanted to buy some previous generation hardware to just test this out, give it a spin, get into it, they have models like the 1346, which we've reviewed on the channel before. These have been rock solid performing machines, and you can get them for a couple $100s. And that shows you just how cheap previous generation efficiency is. If you're looking to get into altcoin mining though, check out Coin Mining Central. We are an affiliate with them. We got the best coupon codes in the game, and we have unique coupon codes to save even more than our existing coupon code on the L9, L7, DG1 Plus, DG1, and DG Max. Those are all Dogecoin miners. So Dogecoin is the second most profitable coin to mine, second only to Bitcoin, putting out, which is pretty cool and pretty impressive, 10% of Bitcoin's daily mining emissions, and a whopping over $5 million in the last 24 hours. These numbers are wild to see. I've been watching Dogecoin mining for a long time, and for very, very often, it's putting out $1 to $2 million of coins mined per day. To be at more than 2x that is nothing short of impressive, but still very much pales in comparison to Big Bad Bitcoin, but they blow all the other cryptocurrencies away in daily emission. Both of these coins really in their own respects. Let's remote into the Avalon miner. Root gets us in. This thing is reportedly using 3,700 watts to mine an average hash rate of 212 terahash second. I really enjoy their dashboard compared to a lot of other manufacturers. I love that we get a power reading. That's very cool to see and very much underdone. Pool information, worker, accepted shares rejected, looking good. Miner temperature up here in Celsius. Looking at you, Dennis. You should watch our immersion mining farm tour with Dennis at BMA. That was a lot of fun. Kicked off a great friendship with these guys, and I think it's really interesting build and cool content. And they've since gone from operating that mining farm to owning and operating that mining farm, which is pretty cool. Temps right there and American numbers, which I don't like, by the way. I'm a metric guy. When I put some additional information in here and restarted it, it didn't save, and that's how I ended up mining on that same address instead of VoskCoin 2 sub account that I have to get very clear-cut mining earnings. But it's not that big of a deal. I think if I just tried a few more times, I'd probably get where I wanted to go. That's the only hiccup I've noticed with this device. High performance mode and power mode. This is how it's set up. It's doing well. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it alone. I very much subscribe to a lot of things in the mining game. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Don't even look at it or touch it, dude. Everything running nice and smooth is an absolute joy and blessing. So yeah, leave it alone. Sure, I may be showing off the new Connect feature that makes it easier than ever to do this. There were, of course, previous ways to do screen mirroring, but it's also because I can't successfully log into F2 pool, and it's pretty freaking annoying. What I want to point out here is going to be average hash rate per day, right? We see average hash rate per day was somewhere between 100 and 105, I would say, terahash per day. So we can take whatever this number is and just kind of chop that off. I think that would effectively give us an average of 210, about an average of 210 terahash a day of realized mining performance. And whatever the mining pool says you're doing is basically what you get paid out for. So if it's underperforming at the pool, you're gonna be underpaid, or technically you won't be, but you're gonna feel underpaid. So initial impressions, I really like the new series of Avalon miners. It's been good to go so far. I've had it we'll round up and say a week by the time I get this edited and published here on the channel, probably. Which, by the way, you better subscribe to VoskCoin or some battle happen. Is that taking it too far? Everyone's all sensitive these days. It's a joke or something, whatever. But seriously, right? Out of the box, initial impressions, looks good, works well. Really weird, there's not rear fans, but it's running fine enough, right? 38 to 71C there. 3 main hash boards are basically all coming in at 70 Celsius. So I have Antminer S21s. My S21 Pro broke. I've had multiple S21s break. The S21 series has been absolute garbage in reliability from Bitmain, but it is good performance for the money, is good efficiency, so it's very good to see some competition step up. Historically, Avalon miners have a good reputation for reliability. What they don't have is sometimes not meeting demand, right? Because things go crazy and everyone's buying every miner, and they were very much sold out in the previous Bitcoin crypto bull run. Beyond that, they're late to have latest generation efficiency compared to their competitors, but they are here now, which is very nice to see. Coming in at better performance, or at least higher hash rate than initially expected and reported. Furthermore, and most importantly, these are coming in at an absolutely fair price point. Direct from the manufacturer and resellers, these are coming in around $3,000. If you compare that to the S21, those are priced around $3,500 to $4,000 still. So you are getting more hash for the money on latest generation mining hardware. The efficiency is a touch below some of the competitor machines. However, if it's significantly cheaper, it's going to be a better bang for buck and help me yield a better return on investment, or ROI. So that's my breakdown. I'm happy. I'll post another update on it in the future. Hope you subscribe for that video, among many others. Things are getting crazy, so we're going to just try to step it up and speed it up. Hit this market full swing, from content to mining to the right trades and everything in between. So Again, I'm Drew Vosk. Hit the thumbs up, share the video, help the channel grow, please. If you'd like the content, I'm chasing 1 million subscribers, and I really hope to get there in this market.